So for our last what if analysis tool that we will be going over is the Microsoft Excel add-in called Solver. And to put it simply, we can use Solver to determine the maximum or the minimum value of one cell by changing other cells. But the unique thing about Solver is that we can set limits or constraints on the variable cells and still have it produce the result that we want in our objective cell. Let me explain our goal for this example here, and hopefully you will have a better understanding of what we are trying to accomplish. We will be working inside the Solver tab, so make sure that you have this sheet selected. Now up here, we have 3 different products: monitor, laptop, and keyboard. And then it shows the profit and the cost of each of these products. So for a monitor, it cost us $50, but we make $35 worth of profit. And then down here, we have the order size, which specifies how many units we are going to order per product. And then down below, we can insert a formula to return the total cost and the total profit for all 3 of these products combined. I left the total cost and the total profit cells blank because I thought it would be a good idea to introduce another popular Excel function, which is the sum product function. So let's insert this function in our total cost cell. We can type equals and then sum product. Basically, the sum product function accepts arrays of cells and then multiplies and adds them together. So to get our total cost, we need to multiply our order size with the cost of the product, so 50 times 50, plus 100 times 450, plus 200 times 15. Well, we could write all that out with just a formula, but the sum product function allows us to just select the cells and it does the rest for us. So for our first array, we can select the order size, comma, and then we can multiply it by the cost. Then close parentheses and click enter. So our total cost is $50,500, which is 50 times 50 plus 100 times 450 plus 200 times 15. Let's use the same function for our profit. If we type in equal sign, sum product, select our order size, comma, and then select our unit profit. Close parentheses. So our total profit would be $23,250. Well, if we look over here to our right, we have some constraints. One of our constraints is the warehouse stock. The warehouse that we buy from only has 75 monitors, 50 laptops, and 125 keyboards. Well, over here in our order size, we can order 50 monitors because that's less than what the warehouse stock has. But we can't order 100 laptops because the warehouse only has 50 laptops. Same thing with the keyboard. We can't order 200 keyboards because the warehouse only has 125. So the warehouse stock is our first constraint. Our second constraint is our budget. And let's say that we don't want our total cost to exceed our budget. So in order to maximize profits, we would manually have to type in thousands of different scenarios for our order size while staying within these constraints. Well, if we did it that way, it would take us forever. Luckily, we can use the Solver tool to change these cells that maximizes our profit while staying within these constraints. Well, like I mentioned before, the Solver tool is an Excel add-in. So the first thing that we have to do is activate this add-in. And to do that, we need to come up to the File tab, go down to Options, click Add-ins, and for our Manage box, make sure it says Excel Add-ins, and then we can click Go, and then we can check the box for Solver Add-in, and click OK. Now if we go to our Data tab, and all the way to the right within the Analyze group, our Solver command is now visible. So if we give this a click, it will open up our Solver tool. Our first option is to set our objective cell. And our objective is to maximize profit. So we can select cell C10, and then we want to check max because we are trying to maximize profit. But if you find yourself in a situation where you are trying to find the minimum value or an exact value, we have those options as well. Our next option is to select our variable cells. So we can select our order size because these are the cells that we want to change. Now down below, we can start to add some constraints. Our first constraint is to make sure the order size doesn't exceed the warehouse stock. So to add this constraint, we can click Add, select the order size for our cell reference, and then we need our order size to be less than or equal to our warehouse stock. So for our constraint, we can select our warehouse stock. And if we click OK, now we can see our first constraint in our list. Now let's add our budget constraint. If we click Add, and for this cell reference, we need to select total cost, and it needs to be less than or equal to our budget of $15,000. And we can click Add. And there's one more constraint that I need to mention. When the Solver tool starts to change the values for the order size, it can put in decimal values. And sometimes that might be okay, but we can't purchase 5.75 of a monitor. So we need our order size to remain as whole numbers. So we can select our order size again, and then we can click this middle drop-down button and select INT, which is short for integer. And we can click OK. Now we have all three constraints. And if we click Solve, it says that Solver has found a solution, and the best way to maximize our profit, staying within the warehouse stock and our budget constraint, we need to order 73 monitors, 21 laptops, and 125 keyboards. And this makes our cost $14,975, which is $15 below our budget, and we achieve a maximum profit of $8,730. So we purchased 73 out of 75 monitors, and then we only purchased 21 out of 50 laptops, but then we bought all the keyboards. So based on the unit profit and cost of each product, the Solver tool knew how many of each product that we should order to maximize our profit while staying within our budget and our warehouse constraint. And if we click OK, Excel will place those values in there, and if you click Cancel, it will go back to the original values. I'm just going to press OK for now. Now that we have our Solver tool all set up with the constraints, we can always change these constraints and run the Solver again. For example, if I change our budget to $30,000, and then come back up to the solver tool, everything is still in place, and then all we have to do is click solve. And if we click OK, now our budget allows us to purchase all the stock, which has a total cost of $28,125, with a maximum profit of $13,875. So the solver tool is one of the best what-if analysis tools within Excel, because unlike the goal seek tool, where we could only change one variable, the solver tool allows us to change multiple variables while staying within the constraints that we set. So I strongly suggest utilizing the solver tool any chance you get, because it's a very powerful tool. It can save you tons of time, and you can achieve the result that you're looking for.